I will call the Joint Government Oversight and Finance Audit Budget Committee meeting of 9/9/2025 to order. Next item is Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next item is adoption of agenda.
Romano adopts the agenda.
I have a motion by Commissioner Romano, supported by Commissioner Van Sickle. Any discussion on the agenda? Seeing none, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you. Next item is approval of minutes dated August 19th, 2025. Motion, please.
Second by Perna.
Motion by Commissioner Bueno, supported by Commissioner Perna. Any discussion on the meeting minutes? Seeing none, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you. Next item is public participation. This is the first opportunity for public participation is for those who wish to speak for a maximum of 3 minutes on any item on today's agenda. There will be a second opportunity for public participation for those who wish to speak on any other issue. Anyone from the public wish to be heard on agenda items only? Seeing no one, we will close public participation. Next item is appointment and interviews. This is a full board approval request at committee for Director of Finance. And we're going to be taking a motion to approve, but I will suspend asking for a motion until we've heard from our executive, Mark Belden.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Is this on? Is it on? Okay. I'm pleased today to announce to the board and to the community that we have finally, after nearly 1 year in an exhaustive search, looking for a new finance administrator, that we are proud to present to you John F. Scanlon, who will be coming to us from pending your approval, will be coming to us from the city of Plymouth, where he has been for, I believe, 7 or 8 years. I will turn it over to him in just a minute. The search began about 10 months ago, and we were not satisfied with the, quite frankly, more than 100 candidates who had applied. So we suspended the search, and at that time, we had brought Vicki Wolber in as a special projects advisor to lead the finance department as we begin this transition. We engaged with Robert Half Associates several months ago to help us search for the right candidate, and with their assistance and the assistance of Board Chair Joe Sabatini, who was part of the interview process, we found our person. And I want to turn it over to John right now. And John, you could say a few words, and I'm sure that the board will have some questions for you. So thank you.
John, welcome.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity, and thank you for having me here today. I look forward to working and getting to know each of you and working for the citizens of Macomb County here. Mr. Delton had mentioned, I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have about me.
Chair, would you like to speak?
Sure. Hi, John. Great to see you again. Commissioners, I was part of the interview process with the executive office, and I had a chance to meet with John on a number of occasions. So we got a chance to talk about not only the position and the challenges that we have with finance, but also a little bit about him and his family and everything that he's going to be bringing to the table in this position. So I I know we had a lot of applicants for this position, but after meeting John and going through the interview process, I am supporting John's appointment here today, and we welcome him, and hopefully you'll join in that appointment today to confirm that. So, thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. Seeing no other speakers, I need a motion to approve John Scanlon
Motion to approve.
as Director of Finance. I have a motion by Commissioner Romano, supported by,
Everyone.
we'll say Commissioner Lucido. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, please vote.
Commissioner Romano, the system didn't capture your vote. If you'd like to voice vote, I can add it.
You have all yeses if I voted, and that will show. I vote yes.
Motion passes 12 to 0.
Motion.
Thank you. Congratulations, John.
Thank-
Good luck.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to the opportunity.
Next item on the agenda is Substance Use Disorder Oversight Policy Board. It's an appointment, 2-year vacancy, 3-year terms to expire on September 30th, 2028. I need a motion to refer to full board.
So moved.
Motion by Howard, supported by Commissioner Lucido. First person is Michael C. Barrett. Is Michael here? Please.
Right first, is that what I'm supposed to do?
Good afternoon.
Thank you.
Get rid of that. Floor is yours.
I'm sorry?
The floor is yours.
The floor is mine. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure. I applied for this position through an old medium called newspapers that we used to hold in our hand and read at night. And I was never sorry that I did. I've been here for about 14 years, and it's been a good fit for me. I feel like I've given a chance to give back to the recovery community. I've been in recovery myself for 37 years. I'm also a licensed professional counselor and a certified advanced alcohol and drug counselor. I work full-time in Southwest Detroit, but I'm a Macomb County resident. I also work online for Better Help, doing the same services. I'm also a licensed funeral director in Detroit, so I know what happens when things don't go the way they should. And I've really enjoyed my time on the board, really enjoyed getting to know the people there. It's a good bunch of people. And I really like being part of the process of trying to help others pass on what's been so graciously given to me. That's the reason I like to come back again.
Thank you. Commissioner Howard, you had a question?
After the applicant, sorry.
Okay. Then thank you very much for your application. Next is Mark Koroi. Mark here? I didn't see him. Okay, we will move on to Ms. Sako. Nope. Okay, and Townsend said they were unable to attend. So we have a motion support to refer the names for full board.
So moved.
No, we have that. Please vote.
Motion passes 12 to 0.
Thank you. Next item is Brownfield Redevelopment Authority Executive Reappointment and Appointment with Board Concurrence for 2 vacancies. I need a motion to refer to full board.
Support.
Motion by Commissioner Lucido, supported by Commissioner Wallace. First individual is Troy Jeschke. Did I get that right, Troy?
It's Jeschke, but it's,
I was close.
hey. I'm just happy to be here in front of you and respectfully request to be reappointed to the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority. I served for the last 8 months on the board and with my experience with the city of Richmond and being involved in our Tifa district, I believe I can provide experience that will help the county.
If you would, Troy, could you take a moment for our new commissioners and explain what the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority does?
Okay, basically, it is all through tax increment financing. It's basically to allow new development on areas that are deemed obsolete or contaminated. And by using public monies to form this TIF, we are able to allow the property to be remediated to a point where new development can occur. And then the change in the property value from beforehand to after it's built is what is kind of distributed back to pay their loan. It's basically a loan for contamination to clean it up. And in the end, we are hoping to be able to make, break even and have a better position after through a development that is being fully used and not commercially obsolete.
Thank you. I have a question from Commissioner Goike, who's next on the list.
I thank you. I would just like you to explain to everybody the acronym TIF.
It's short for tax increment financing, and basically what it is you set a district on a base year of a property, and that property value is frozen for the government to collect taxes on, and any change in value over the life of the TIF is what goes back to pay off the loan or to pay the district. So what the Brownfield Authority does is they will give a loan to a developer to redevelop a contaminated piece of property. We will set a TIF of up to 25 years to collect back the change in value to pay back that original loan.
All done?
All done. Thank you.
Thank you, Troy.
Thank you.
Next name on the list is Commissioner Goike, who's asking questions.
No, you want me to go up there?
You can stay there.
I can stay right here. All right. With my past experience, I think this might be a good fit for me as well. In my state role, I did on environmental stuff. I'm very familiar with it, but that's why I thought it'd be a good explanation while he was doing it. In the private practice, I used to be a certified excavator doing projects and re-cleaning up the gas stations and stuff under the old MUSFA fund and things. So I do have some experience on how to clean up the contamination sites and knowing what's all involved in it, what it entails, and how to work with Eagle and stuff like that. So I think I'd be an asset, while I'm here on this committee to help projects get cleaned up. So that's, if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Well, you were the only one asking the questions.
Well, I just wanted everybody to know what TIF meant.
Seeing no others, please vote.
Commissioner Voino, the system didn't capture your vote if you'd like to voice vote. Yes. Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you. Next item is Solid Waste Planning Committee. JP, Deputy County Executive appointment with board concurrence, 9 vacancies, 2-year term to expire on September 30th, 2027. Motion to refer to full board, please.
Support.
Motion by Commissioner Lucido, supported by Commissioner Grott. JP, floor is yours.
Committee Chair Hall, thank you so much for being here. Chairman Sabatini and members of the Board of Commissioners. I know Commissioner Romano has started the stopwatch, so I'm going to go as fast as I can go here. So for the past 10 months, the county has been migrating our solid waste planning operations. The state of Michigan issued new Part 115 regulations under the new state solid waste statute. The Office of County Executive has been working with board leadership, state regulatory agencies, and our newly seated Materials Management Planning Committee to establish new board rules and regulations, ratify our work program, and just last month, with the leadership and stewardship of this board, establish a grant agreement with Eagle that will bring in critical resources to aid the county in drafting a new managed materials plan, which will be in accordance with all of the new state standards. In our shared preparation for this process, and as we were reviewing all previous material with Eagle and other state regulatory agencies, the county was informed that the previous Solid Waste Planning Committee had an open amendment dating back to 2013 that must be reconciled to ensure that the county can move forward with a new materials management plan. Today, I'm here to request that the Board of Commissioners consider the proposed slate of candidates to be seated as members of the county's Solid Waste Planning Committee so that we can appropriately consider this open amendment and refer it to the Board of Commissioners for further action. It is imperative that this committee be seated to rectify this matter as it pertains to operational enhancements at waste facilities in the county that were previously debated in 2013. And it will ensure that all foundational elements regarding disposal and disposal facilities are solidified as we embark on a new process under the Managed Materials Plan. Again, no action on any of these items will be taken by the committee, and everything will be considered in concurrence with the board rules, regulations, and bylaws set forth previously by the committee. I'm here to answer any questions, and also in the audience today are some members that are up for appointment. Ms. Rachel Gregory with Waste Management, Nick Benaquisto with GT Scrap, and Andrew Cox, our Director of Health and Community Services, are three of the members that are present here today. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Seeing no questions, we will start the process, talking to the individuals.
Thank you.
So, thank you, JP. I'm going to read the names even though they may not be in attendance. There's Amy McMillan, who's not here, Nicholas Benaquisto, floor is yours, Nick.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Nick Benaquisto. I'm the co-founder and CEO of GT Scrap Recycling based in Chesterfield, Michigan. I've spent my entire life in the recycling industry, so I think I'd be a really optimal fit for solid waste planning, material management planning. My experience handling downstream activity across residential, commercial, and industrial applications brings meaningful perspective to this committee. I have worked directly, like Commissioner Goike here, with Eagle, so I do have experience with best practices, environmental compliance, various other due care processes that are required by Eagle. I'm committed to developing a sustainable program for recycling and waste management that will allow Macomb County to thrive environmentally and economically for generations to come. I appreciate the consideration of this commission and look forward to the opportunity to serve Macomb County. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Seeing no questions, thank you very much for your service. Next is Commissioner Goike.
Okay. Once again, during the wintertime, for over 30 years, I was in the recycling business during the winter period, collect all, during the summer months and everything. So that'd give me experience as well as being on, environmental stuff, working with the landfills while I was in Lansing, directing and doing law on it. So I got quite a bit of experience in this as well, for the recycling factor, what real costs are, and having some knowledge about how to do the bills and work on this Public Act 315 for the best interest of the people in Macomb County.
Thank you. Seeing no questions, I didn't see Todd Stamper in the audience. Next would be Andrew Cox. Is Todd here? Nope. Andrew's here. He's sitting in the back row.
Thank you, Commissioners. Worked hand in hand with Commissioner Goike in the past, have background in environmental health. So very passionate about protecting our environment and protecting our residents. And so happy to serve on this committee and appreciate the opportunity to serve. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Commissioner Goike, you had a question for Andrew?
Yes, I got a real environmental issue that I'd like to talk to you about after this. Is it possible?
Yes, sir.
Out in my district.
Yep.
Very serious.
Yep. Be happy to.
Okay.
Don't leave. Commissioner Howard.
I'm just glad to see your name on here. One of the things, like growing up in Detroit, a lot of my family lived near factories. And if you look at areas that are near factories, the rate of asthma is up in the high 80 to 90%. And a lot of times, depending on where you live at, the environment can really have a negative impact on your health. And I know there's some new studies talking about land application of solid waste and how that's having a negative generational impact in regards to our health and microplastics in our food and stuff. So I know you're the man for the job because you got the health department covered, and so excited to see you on there so we can discuss how, I mean, some of the way we have managed waste in the past is poisoning our food in the present. So thank you for your service.
Thank you, Commissioner.
No question, just comment.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Nick, you're done.
Okay. Thank you.
Next is Thomas Seaman. Not here. Anthony Reeder. Not here. Rachel Gregory. Welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Rachel Gregory. I'm the Area Safety Director for Waste Management, or WM. I have been with the company for 12 years, and I have been blessed to do almost every facet, I think, of our business. Everything from collections of the trash and rolling out new technologies for our drivers, making sure that they're doing things safe, they're being efficient, but most importantly, taking care of our customers. I've had a customer experience background. I've also worked in different areas of the country. I actually started in Wisconsin and in like the Milwaukee area. We covered the UP because nobody wants to adopt the UP, I guess. So they adopted it with Wisconsin. So had some experience there in Minnesota, got some recycling, I guess, feet under me in that regard. And then also went out to Northern California where we had implemented state legislation for both recycling as well as organics or food waste. So I was really happy to be a part of that. And then coming back here, because I want to be home where my family is in Michigan, but I was able to run Pine Tree Acres landfill for 3 years. And honestly, learned so much. You don't understand how much that the gas infrastructure, you know, how many homes, powering over 19,000 homes. And we also have our very proud gold member of the wildlife habitat. So it's not just a landfill. So we do what we can to take care of the waste properly, to your point, Mr. Howard. And then the last year, I've been blessed to now be the area director of safety. So waste is in my blood. It's what I want to do. I know that sounds weird, but I truly, once you get into the business, you have no idea how fascinating it is, and more to come, because what we're trying to do now is create that circularity model for our citizens to ensure that they can recycle and have like from point A to point Z. So I appreciate your consideration and thank you very much. Any questions?
Wasn't there an invitation sent out recently to?
Yes, Pine Tree Acres, tour. Yes, so that will be on Monday. I think you had RSVP'd, thank you. So Monday, I think it's at 2:00, I believe. It's either 1 or 2 o'clock, I should know that, but yes, I will be there and happy to get some more information there. You'll get a full tour so you can actually understand the gas and how that infrastructure works and powering the 19,000 homes on the grid, as well as you'll take a tour of our wildlife habitat and then obviously see how the landfill works, how we actually process the waste to ensure that we're following all of our regulatory items.
Having done that, if you haven't, it's a great
It's awesome,
opportunity to
yeah.
do that.
Yeah, I think you came last year, if I remember.
Don't tell anybody. Commissioner Goike.
Yes, thank you. Does Waste Management have any model setups of good composting practices? Because we've had a lot of problems here in the past in Macomb County down at 15 in Gratiot, and we've had to deal with that really heavily. And, you know, we still want to do that, and it's going to be part of this program that we're going to be all involved with. I was just curious if Waste Management had a setup for composting.
Yeah, we can definitely, what I can do is get you some information on it that we can share with the board so everybody has that, but it's not something that we're heavily into.
You're not, okay.
Yeah, at the moment. So we are in various parts of the country, but as you know, Michigan's kind of a little bit late to the game on certain items to ensure that we're
I'll be
properly
helpful on that then
recycling.
for the
Yeah,
committee, so,
yep. So
all
I'll
right.
definitely get that for you.
Thank
Good
you.
question. Yes.
Thank you.
Commissioner Romano.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
welcome.
Thank you.
Pat Greavy still working for Waste Management?
I know he's retired.
Doesn't even sound familiar?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
He's still there. Sterling Heights misses Waste Management. That's all I got. Thank you.
I've heard that. Yes.
Thank you, Catherine. No other questions? We have a motion and support. Please vote.
Thank you.
Oh, we did have Catherine Granum apply as well.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is Government Oversight Committee presentations. Presentations by bid respondents for Board of Commissioners Independent Counsel. It's my understanding that each of the applicants received 3 questions. We would like you to take 3 minutes to introduce yourself and 2 minutes to answer each of the following questions. They were, do you have experience at the Court of Appeals and/or Supreme Court? What is your experience in municipal law? Describe your knowledge and experience with the Macomb County Charter, and then we'll open it up for questions from board members. So first is Pete Webster, Dickinson Wright. We should say welcome, Pete.
Thank you and good afternoon, Commissioners and Mr. Chair. So with respect to it, it's a great opportunity to come and give a presentation, perhaps to talk a little bit more about myself and also my colleagues and my team, which I'm very proud to work with. Dickinson Wright has been in the state of Michigan for many years, and I hope to carry on the tradition of Dennis Archer, of Julia Darlow, one of the first presidents of the Michigan State Bar, and of Justice Viviano, who I practiced with, and also Justice Zara, so members of the Supreme Court who are alumni of Dickinson Wright. We have a great and strong tradition in the public sector space and in public service. I am carrying on the good work of Scott Smith, who worked at Dickinson Wright and who was your prior independent counsel, who then retired. My first endeavor was coming in as part of the prior clerk litigation experience that Scott had asked me to work into. With respect to experience at the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeals level, as the Commission is well aware, I've had 3 matters recently on behalf of the Board of Commissioners at the Supreme Court level. And then looking back, I've had over the years over 38 matters at the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court level. So I just mentioned that, a little trip down memory lane to look those up. Those include obviously matters that are outside of the Board of Commissioners and involve everything between land use rights and eminent domain over to district court funding and circuit court funding issues that have been in front of the Supreme Court. So I've been very involved in that process, and I think that I've brought value to the clients. Our experience, in my experience, has been as a city commissioner, as a county commissioner. I've been on the MAC board in the past. I've served on the NACO board. I have been counsel and also board members and chairs of various authorities. I have been former chair of the State Board of Ethics, and that I have experience in the establishment of land bank authorities and dealing with a whole host of matters such as community health issues and like across the state of Michigan. That with respect to municipal law, I also serve on the State Board of the Civil Procedure Committee. I also serve as a section board member of the Real Property Law section. I give presentations to the government law section and the Michigan Association of Municipal Attorneys. I myself and my partners and associates prepare the legal summaries and updates for their publication. So we have some vast and hopefully very valuable experience that we can cross-pollinate and bring that to bear. With respect to the charter, I would say I know the charter fairly well. And I'm hopeful that my performance in the past has demonstrated that, and that in dealing with and advising on the charter issues over the years, I think I have a fairly good command of the charter issues. I wanted to just underscore that if you were to think about two things, I would think about our firm's and my singular focus and dedication to provide you with independent legal advice. That is, I call it like I see it, and I tell you what I think, and most of the time I'm pretty squarely on the mark. So I have a singular focus in representing the Board of Commissioners. And then secondarily, along with the support of my team members, which include John Weiss, who's a former clerk of the Michigan Supreme Court, and Justice Welch, we bring superlative service, and we hope that that has proven to be the case. So I'll pause there and happy to answer any questions that you may have.
First question, Pete, how do you do your billing? Is it 15-minute increments, half-hour increments? How does the billing take place?
So our billing is 6-minute increments or 1/10 of an hour on tasking. So we provide and track on every 6 minutes, and we track the tasking sufficient to provide a description of what we're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Commissioner Romano.
Thank you, Chair. Hi, Counselor.
Commissioner?
I'm going to keep an open mind on all three applicants. It would be remiss of myself if I didn't say that Mr. Webster has been our counselor here for how many years now? 2, 3, 4? 4 years. His success rate has been outstanding, not normal, but outstanding. He's been available to all of us at any time. If he could shorten some of his speeches, it'd be even better. I'm a firm believer, and I'm from the old school, and I'm not saying this that I won't keep an open mind, but I'm from the old school. If it ain't broke, I ain't gonna fix it. That's all I got. Thank you.
Well, as the commissioner know, I'm a stickler on let's keep it short to the point. So, thank you, Pete. You fell within the time frame very well this time, so appreciate your service.
Thank you.
Next, we have Kirk, Huth, Lang, and Bellamini. Rob Huth, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for the opportunity. Bob Kirk with my partner Rachel Bellamente. Rob Huth is on an out-of-the-country trip. He claimed it was pre-planned. We're not sure, but we appreciate the opportunity. A little background on our firm. We've been around since 1992. Rob and I started. We were both active in our communities. Rachel joined us about 10 years later. During that time, even in the 90s, we started doing municipal work, and that's where where we started the basis of that. I will go into the experience a little later, but right now we have 10 attorneys, 3 more on the way. Between the staff and attorneys, I think 80% live in Macomb County. We've got a really good staff. We cover a lot of items as was set forth in our application. We appreciate this opportunity, and I'm going to go into your questions. The first one was regarding appeals. Rachel's our chief appellate lawyer, our chief litigation attorney, so she's the one.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Rachel Bellamente. I've been doing litigation primarily for 21 years. It is almost exclusively what I do, so that takes me into the federal court, the state court system, about 50-50 there. State court work includes Wayne County, Macomb County. We go all the way up north. I have one in Emmett County right now. So we're all over the place. Federal court work as well, which oftentimes involves municipalities. So a lot of defense work for municipal and government entities at this time. And it's been that way since I joined the firm quite some time ago, longer than I like to admit. What I will add to that is, we've done everything from mandamus type work to intergovernment disputes, ordinance writing, ordinance challenges, voting cases. The appeal of all of those we handle in-house. I think the difference that you get with a smaller firm is that you are calling and you are getting a partner to answer your questions, and you are also getting a partner who is going to be in the courtroom arguing your motion. And so you're going to get that very efficient representation with our mid-sized firm. We are Macomb County through and through. I think all but maybe two of our attorneys born and raised and still in Macomb County with their families. So my children went to the same school that I graduated from, same junior high and high school. So we are a Macomb County-based firm and really appreciate the opportunity to be heard today and the opportunity to potentially represent this prestigious board.
And to be consistent, how do you guys bill?
So we will do either the 0.10 increments or 0.25. It is client specific, and I will tell you that we have clients that request certain files to be done certain ways. So we are very flexible, and our team of litigation and municipal lawyers are both flexible in that regard. So it is whatever the client wants. That's how we base so much. I think as a mid-sized firm, you can do that. So we seek to honor your wishes.
Thank you.
Yes, we have to adapt with regard to billing. We do a lot of insurance defense work, and boy, those things get shot in the computers, I think, and the computer argues with you over your bill if need be. I would reflect with what Pete said about being straight up and straight shooters. I was told years ago by an attorney who did municipal work, says, just because 4 people voted for you and 3 didn't, that 4-3 could turn into a 3-4 tomorrow. So we pick up the phone, we answer to everyone, give you all the same answers. With regard to municipal experience, I've set forth a list of things you do as municipal attorneys. 1997, we started with Shelby Township as general counsel. Warren, 2000, we do a lot of litigation defense work for them. Harrison Township, 2005. So it's been a long term with those. I gave you also a list of our clients, 22 municipalities, about 5 or 6 as general counsel, others regarding labor or insurance defense, 12 road commissions, a couple insurance pools, 3 school districts. So we're very, very well-rounded in that area. With regard to the charter, I followed your cases. I was involved a little bit when the charter was first put in place. When it was put in place, I did work for the Public Works Commissioner and the Sheriff. They had issues at those times as far as what does this say, what does it mean? So that's been our experience with the charter.
Thank you. A couple questions, Commissioner Romano?
Oh, I'm sorry, did I get off? I thought of,
No, you did not.
I apologize, I'm off.
Commissioner Howard?
Hey, how are you guys doing? I was looking at the bid tab, and for the percentage increase for subsequent years of contract, you guys were at 3% where other firms were not. How did you arrive at 3% versus like 5 or higher?
We just thought that was fair. I mean, it's somewhere between 3 and 5. We're willing to go to 3.
That's all.
Fair enough. Seeing no other speakers, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next is the Kelly firm. Welcome.
Thank you. Dan Kelly, I'm the founder and president of the Kelly firm, and with my partner Nancy Olin. First of all, a little bit of background about the firm and myself. I've been an attorney 35 years. I was with a fairly large law firm for 27 of those years, and about 8 years ago, I founded the Kelly firm. It is exclusively municipal law. We don't represent any corporations, companies, individuals, plaintiffs, insurance companies, anything else. We represent municipalities. The firm has grown to 8 lawyers from when I started it with just myself 8 years ago. We represent roughly 15 communities, all the way from Lapeer County to Grosse Pointe Park to Macomb Township here locally, to a number of cities, including the city of Pontiac, city of Auburn Hills. The 8 lawyers include myself, Nancy, who has over 30 years of experience in governmental service as well, and 2 additional attorneys that we've added fairly recently in about the last 6 or 7 months, Dan Chris and John Starren, who have been in the municipal field for over 30 years apiece as well. Personally, I've sat on many boards. I've sat on the local board, Planning Commission, Board of Trustees. I've sat on County Board, Oakland Community College Board of Trustees, and I recently finished an 8-year term on the Michigan State University Board of Trustees, where I finished off as chair. To get to your questions, Court of Appeals, typically in our firm, we have roughly anywhere from 3 to 4 Court of Appeals cases. I currently have 3 cases in front of the Court of Appeals. I do all of the arguments in front of the Court of Appeals. I probably have appeared personally and argued in front of the Court of Appeals, I would guess 35 to 40 times over the course of my career. I've appeared in front of the Sixth Circuit as well, in excess of 20 times. I even filed briefs at the U.S. Supreme Court, no oral arguments. But generally speaking, on a yearly basis, we have roughly 3 to 4 cases in front of the Court of Appeals, including this year. Experience in municipal law, as I said, we do exclusively municipal law. That's all we do. We do it all day, all 8 of our attorneys. When I hire new attorneys, the first question I ask them is, are you interested in municipal law? Are you interested in night meetings? Are you interested in the day-to-day of representing elected officials? And if they don't love that, I don't hire them, because that's what I'm about. That's what I want my employees to be about, and currently that's what they all are about, is to represent, and it's a very unique field to represent, in this case, 13 elected officials. That's a handful, but it's something that I love personally, and I think most of the attorneys in my office love. Experience with your charter, other than reading it, that's about all I have. But we did read it prior to today. We're obviously familiar with charters, the counties we represent, including Oakland County through the WRC, as well as Lapeer County. We've read those charters. We've amended many charters for the cities that we represent, so I think I know the inner workings of a charter. And other than reading yours, that's about what we have. So any questions? Excited for the opportunity to be here and look forward to any questions.
Well, I'll continue. How is your billing process?
Currently, we bill on a 0.1, which equals 6 minutes per hour. That's generally how our clients want it, but we're open to discussing that. Sure.
Thank you. Seeing no speakers, thank you very much.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks for the opportunity.
I have a motion to receive and file. Pardon me. Yes, Chairman.
Thank you. Commissioners, just to recap, I know this was one of the items that we have been talking about for a number of years to go out to bid for new council. So I obviously have acted on that. We have 3 potential candidates here today, and I just want to thank all 3 of them that are in attendance and that have applied and have gone through the process. So just wanted to add that to the record, Chair.
Thank you. Seeing no other speakers, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
And I would like to personally thank all the applicants that applied. Next item on the agenda, we seem to see a lot of you. Contract Nichols and Saff Inc. Drone Liability Insurance Policy Renewal, $13,544. Dana Champion, Assistant Corporate Counsel. A motion to refer to full board.
So moved.
Support.
I have a motion by Commissioner Howard, supported by Commissioner Wallace. It's all yours again.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I promise that this will be my final presentation of the year for county insurance policies.
Somebody better write that down.
So this is a very straightforward, simple liability insurance policy. It is for coverage of our drones. We have 14 drones that are operated primarily, I would say, by the Sheriff's Department, but I believe that Public Works and the Roads Department also has a few, but we have grown the fleet to 14 drones. It's as you indicated, a $13,544 premium for 1 year of coverage with $1 million policy limit.
And could you explain the need for a drone policy?
Sure. So a drone policy covers bodily injury or property damage that might be caused by drone failure or drone accident. So everybody's familiar with drones and how, like, for example, with large debris field of accident on the freeway with a lot of vehicles involved. Sheriff's Department can send the drone out and can have an overview or bird's eye view of the large debris field to gather information to assist in preparing their report. Let's say that the drone loses power for some reason and strikes a moving vehicle on the freeway that then causes property damage and perhaps resulting bodily injury as well. The drone policy would be in place to protect the county from damages for bodily injury or property damage, up to that $1 million limit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Commissioner Van Sickle.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I don't recall, I remember seeing some information on drone piloting, and I don't recall whether it's a license or just a registration, but do you know if all of our drone pilots are either licensed or registered, whichever is required?
They are.
That's
That's
it.
one of the requirements of the application for the policy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Commissioner Perna.
Regarding accidents of drones, are there any statistics about drone accidents? Anywhere in Michigan or the country?
Not that, are there statistics? I'm sure there are. Do I have them? I do not. Can I get them for you? Yes. I can tell you that the county hasn't experienced any drone failures or drone accidents for at least the last 5 years.
In other
It's very uncommon.
in any other municipalities in Michigan, you're unaware of any?
Not that I'm aware of, no. If you'd like me to find out for you, I can.
I'm curious as
Sure.
to how many, in the coverage, what's the liability coverage on that?
The limit of liability is 1 million per occurrence.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Commissioner Zinner.
Thank you, Chair. When I was at the sheriff's event at Freedom Hill recently, I went past an area where there was a lot of drones, several drones. And the officer there explained to me, I asked her about those, which we've seen before. And she said sometimes they use them. I said, when do you use these? And she said, when we have family situations or certain situations, hostage situations in homes. So they send the smaller drones in the home. So possibly there, it could hit something, break something, hurt someone somehow. I just thought that was interesting. And she says it's very effective. And of course, and it was interesting. You know, you see this on TV, but when you hit it with reality, with a police officer, or with the deputies, it's, you know, it's right there. So very interesting. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Seeing no other speakers, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you.
Last time.
Till next time.
Till the next time. Next item is Macomb County Professional Deputy Sheriff's Association Bargaining Agreement Ratification Act 312. Award January 1, 2025 to December 31st, 2027. I need a motion to refer to full board.
Support.
Motion by Commissioner Wallace, supported by Commissioner Romano. Carla, oh, you're there.
I am.
That was quick.
I anticipated that.
It's all yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Commissioners. I'd like to start off by just giving a little bit of overview, just to remind you of where we've been with bargaining, because this is something we have talked about here over the last few months. In 2024, we were bargaining with our 4 sheriff unions for the negotiation of their contracts for the years of 25, 26, and 27. We settled 2 of the 4 groups early in 2024. We settled a group early in 2025. This group, the MCPDSA, which covers our corrections deputies over at the Sheriff Department, was the last of those 4 groups. We did start bargaining with them back in July of 2024. We had ongoing negotiations, and in December of 2024, we went to mediation with them and brought in a mediator to try to help us settle our contract. We were unable to do so. And so the union filed for Act 312 arbitration in January of 2025. Act 312 is binding arbitration that they are afforded. And so the summary that is in front of you today is the outcome of our Act 312. It is very similar to the other 3 contracts that I brought to you earlier in the year in regards to the wages and the pension change to the DB. The only thing that really is new to this group, it would be the shift premium change. That was the biggest item that we were in a disagreement with during negotiations. You will also see there's a small change on the second page of your summary that talked about some additional hours that were given to the drop employees, and those are as a result of the ESTA, the Earned Sick Time Act, that impacted Michigan earlier this year. With that, I can answer any questions you have.
Thank you. Seeing no questions, got off easy there.
Thank you.
Please vote.
Chair, the system's not working. If you can either call a voice vote or I could call a roll call vote for you if you'd like.
Voice vote would be appropriate. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There you go.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you. Next, I will take a motion on proclamations A, B, C, and D.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion by Commissioner Van Sickle, supported by, sorry, did I come over that? Okay, we're gonna back up. We have the, which one? Oh, yeah. The Older Adult Advisory Committee Survey Recommendation. A motion to refer to full board. And I understood that was a motion by Commissioner Lucido, supported by Commissioner Wallace. And I understand Commissioner Perner would like to speak on this.
I'm not sure if Chair wanted to speak first.
Well, I was gonna go to you and then Barb.
Barb and then I.
Okay, Barb, ladies first.
Okay.
Or are you, he's deferring. That's what he's doing.
Thank you, however we do it. What we've talked about previously, and we're going back to June now, is that the commissioners would do a survey in regard to social isolation and the concerns for the elderly in Macomb County. The committee, the Older Adults Advisory Committee, had taken a vote, and they was 12-2 that vote to promote that. They were interested in that. Since then, at our last meeting last month, we had Sheila Cote, who is the Director of Senior Services, come to our meeting, and she not only is the Director of Senior Services, which most people in this audience knows, but she is a wealth of information in regard to the Elder Justice Alliance. I'm going to give you a few facts here. Elder abuse is listed as physical, emotional, sexual abuse, financial exploitation, neglect, and abandonment. 1 out of 10 people is abused in some way. 1 out of 24 actually report the situation, and the common two are financial fraud and exploitation. The factors are social isolation, dependency, and cognitive decline, as we would imagine. She has a group of people, I'll call them a group of people, that are now under the Elder Justice Alliance, which is national. She's part of a national group. They've been to all kinds of training, prosecutor training, judicial workshops, law enforcement training, and direct service training, direct care. In regard to these situations that I'm talking about, for instance, there was an 80-year-old woman. She thought she was in a romance scam. That sounds funny, but she's not the only one. She had bought a wedding dress. She thought she was going to get married. And the person was after her money. It wasn't a family member. Often it is a family member that has a problem or a situation. So and what I've explained here, that's the situation, of course, in our society, and many of us either know of a situation like this or have a friend or a family member, distant family member, who has been with the situation, which is a sad state of affairs, but this is where we're at. They have taken 1,700 surveys from Meals on Wheels, 1480 in congregate dining, 1220 in senior centers, and gotten about 1,000 back. The areas where they suggest people to watch for help and to adjust to it is go to churches, I think because there's a group of people, professional healthcare, and senior centers. So, talking to the chair and talking to others, we thought, should we go forward promoting this kind of these surveys when you have a director and she has her people that are so specifically trained there to do this job for social isolation, helping people in Macomb County, and they have all this expertise. Do we need to do more when they're the ones that are really have all this knowledge? So, some of the commissioners I talked to said no, they don't think so because they think this is well in hand. And Sheila Cote has, she came to as I'm reading, I said, and she had a lot of information. She probably could go on for hours. So I don't know if there needs to be dialogue. I don't know if people want to take a vote. I know the vice chair for the OAC, Commissioner Perna, has something he wants to say, but I'm not sure how we want to handle this, Chair. Or do we want to do more surveys? Is there really a need when you have the director of senior services with all this technology, all this information, all this ability, taking this over? I mean, that's what she does. That's what they do. They're very well equipped. So the question is, should we take a vote, which we would have to one way or another? That's my question at this time.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Commissioner Perna, did you wish to speak?
Yes. No, I've been on the committee maybe 6-8 months now, and I think the survey that has been done is adequate and sufficient. For the county to do its own independent survey, I really don't believe is necessary. The committee's done a great job. We got good results. The unfortunate part is we go to these different cities and municipalities. We've been to Clinton Township, we've been to Fraser, we've been here. And the participation that we get from the elders is almost zero. Nobody shows up at these meetings, other than the committee, which is 13 or 15 of us. Fraser had one person there. Clinton Township, I think we had 3 or 4, and one was a photographer. So there's not that strong of an interest from the outside when we committees meet through these different municipalities. And do we need to meet every month? I don't think it's necessary. I think it's a waste of time, especially our staff here, preparing everything, bringing the paperwork, bringing the photographers, bringing the cookies and cakes and coffee, and no one participates. I think that the meeting should be held here in this boardroom here. And I think that the survey that's been done is adequate for us to make a decision. How far are we going to go with Macomb County aiding the isolation, aiding the sisters that need transportation, medication, what have you? That's my viewpoint.
Thank
I
you.
don't know if this is going to come up to a vote about eliminating these monthly meetings at different municipalities, but I recommend that we meet here, maybe every month, maybe every other month. But we're not getting any input from seniors that we want to help, they just don't show up.
Thank you. I think I'm speaking for the chair now. He's looking at suggestions and innovative ways to improve the overall committee activity until a point in time where we look at it whether it's beneficial or not. So those types of suggestions I think are very valued. I hope you're passing them on to the chairman.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, for clarification, we have the chairman and the vice chairman recommending not to do this survey. So I have a motion and support. Please vote.
So we're saying yes?
Wait a minute.
So a yes vote is not to do it.
Oh, then I wrote it wrong.
I know.
Oh.
No, he said it right. I
You
just
need to
wanted to
clarify
share
that.
because I know it gets confusing.
not want to move it to full board.
That's a yes if we do not want to move it.
All right.
Can we
I'm going to ask
go?
the chair to clarify that before I hit my vote.
So just to be clear, the motion on the floor is to move this item to full board. So if you vote yes, we would be moving it to full board. If we do not want to move this item to full board, your vote would be a no.
Chair, can we do a roll call vote because commissioners already voted?
I can
I'm sure
reprompt
Adriana's
it.
going to prompt it up again. She can prompt up the vote just for
Pop it
clarity.
up again.
No, I just voted yes.
I know, that's.
So we vote no?
I think I got marked out.
It was fun. I hate those votes.
Motion fails 1 to 11. Commissioners Goike, Grote, Haw, Howard, Lucido, Romano, Sabatini, Vanskell, Wallace, Bueno, and Zinner voting no.
Who voted yes?
So we're all trying to figure out who voted yes.
Is-
The one
Perna,
that
did you listen,
recommended
Perna?
against it?
Did you listen, Perna?
It was too confusing. We have to make
Okay.
it easier.
Motion passed. It will not be referred to full board.
Changing my vote.
Thank you.
Chair,
He voted.
may I say something just really quick on this
Certainly.
item, since it has now failed? Just for clarity purposes, you know, obviously the OAAC has been meeting for a number of years now, but there has been dialogue about concerns and questions and thoughts, and, you know, I've been taking those under advisement amongst many items. What I have told all commissioners, and I've been very consistent with this, is that I am willing to work with you to make the committee better. And I will do that, and these suggestions are good suggestions, and they're things that we need to discuss and make decisions on going forward. So that being said, based on the motion that now has failed, I hope the committee does look at the results based on what, I think there was over 500 surveys that were returned back from that actual survey. So that's pretty significant. I hope the committee looks at what those results are, and I think their recommendation going forward to this board should be really what that committee wants us to support for seniors in this next budget cycle. They have information, they're able to provide us a recommendation on that, and hopefully we'll see that this year during budget, before budget, so that we can work with the executive and see what seniors want and how we can best support them as a county. So, thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, can I
Yes.
did put my name back up there. Can I say something?
Commissioner Zinner.
Thank you. Kathleen Rubino, if she's still here, is on the committee, and she went to every site in the county, just so she could put something together for us to have all the information available at these sites. And she must, oh, Kathleen, can you stand up and just say, you know, thank you, she did a lot of work, and we really appreciate her, the whole committee appreciates her, and it's a great group of people, lovely people, and especially Kathleen. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Zinner. Seeing no other discussion, we will move on to proclamations. I'll take a motion to approve 9A, B, C, and D.
Support.
I have a motion by Commissioner Wallace, supported by Commissioner Lucido. 9A is a proclamation celebrating Rickman Construction, Inc. on their 60th anniversary. Chair Sabatini, would you like to speak to that?
I can wait till
Okay. Proclamation congratulating 16 Ways Track Club. Commissioner Wallace, would you like to speak to that or wait to full board?
I'll wait to full board on both B and C.
Oh, okay, thank you. That leaves D, a proclamation congratulating Shelby Smash Shelby Township Pickleball Team for earning medals at the National Senior Games. Commissioner Grote, would you want to speak to that now or wait to full board?
We're going to wait till full board with
Oh, that's
Commissioner
perfect.
Sabatini, with the chair. We're going to be presenting together.
Okay, we have a motion support. Please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you. Next item is Older Adult Advisory Committee Second Quarter Report. I need a motion to receive and file.
So move Wallace.
Support, Zinner. Oh, you're all set.
Commissioner Wallace, supported by Commissioner Zinner. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, please vote.
Here we go.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you. Now it's my pleasure to present the gavel to Vice Chair Commissioner Wallace, who will be chairing the Finance Audit Budget Committee meeting.
All right, thank you, Chair. It looks like there was so much excitement during your committee, people could not stand it anymore. So we will move right into 12A and B. Can I get a motion to receive and file both 12A and B?
So moved.
And we have Paige and Christina here if we have questions for 12A 2023 delinquent property tax sales proceeds report and the Treasurer's Office second quarterly report.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Paige Bashant. So before you for item A is the tax sale proceeds report for 2023. It's pretty self-explanatory, but if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
And it does not look like we have any questions for you. Let me just go back and. Nope, no questions.
Thank you.
And I didn't see any questions for B either. So can we please, unless you wanted to speak? No? You're good?
If anyone has any question, I'd be more than happy to answer them.
Smart lady.
Okay. Please vote.
It's nice seeing everyone.
Yeah.
Motion passes 12-0.
Perfect. Now we're going to go into 13A, contract ABF Environmental Central Intake and Assessment Center, Capital Improvement Project Environmental Consulting Gross Building Demolition for $84,320. We have Ben here to speak on this, but first, can we get a motion to recommend a full board?
Motion.
Support, Zinner.
We have a motion from Romano and a support from Zinner. And Ben.
Hi, guys. Hello, everyone. Saved the best for almost last, but here we are. This is an amendment for ABF Environmental for environmental consulting and testing for the Central Intake and Assessment Center project gross demolition. The amendment includes MIOSHA and federal OSHA required hazardous material testing and monitoring, fugitive dust sampling and monitoring, heavy metal monitoring, asbestos monitoring, and closeout reporting for the demolition of maximum security in D block. The monitoring testing is required by OSHA and is in the best interest of Macomb County to ensure that dust and other debris are contained within your job site and not in the neighboring community. This amendment is $84,320 and it is included in the Central Intake Assessment Center, Macomb County Jail Capital Improvement Project budget. It's a mouthful.
All right, we do have one question so far from Commissioner Goike.
Hi, Ben. This is just for doing the assessments? This is no cleanup at all if there's environmental problems?
Correct. This is just testing and sampling. Yep.
To go and look for it and then have to
Yeah.
come back with another price?
So
if we-
we've done the hazardous material assessments in all the buildings we are demoing, and those have already been abated. So this is the additional requirement from the state of Michigan to ensure that the fugitive dust in the air because of the demolition is below required levels, and we're not catching any heavy metals, asbestos, things
So
like
you're
that.
saying everything's already been cleaned out?
Yeah.
Just as
That we know of. Yep.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yes, and I see no further questions, so can we vote?
Motion passes 12-0.
Okay, next we have 13B, purchase of military service time, David Emmendorfer for 36 months. We have Vicky here to speak on this, but first, can we get a motion to recommend the full board?
So moved.
Support.
Okay, recommended by Commissioner Howard, supported by Commissioner Romano. Vicky?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Pretty standard item in front of you as well, unless you'd like me to read through it. Mr. Emmendorfer did apply to purchase 36 months of his previous military service time, and our office has calculated what that payment would be, which is $12,789, and he has agreed to that payment if the board so chooses to approve his request. And I will take any questions if you have any.
And I see no questions. Is that right? All right, can we vote?
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vicki. 13C, purchase for LaFontaine CDJR-Lansing 2026 Dodge Durango GT plus all-wheel drive. Sheriff's Enforcement Team, $40,648. And we have Nicole here. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, everybody.
Can I get a motion to recommend to full board? Okay, we have a recommendation by Lucido and a support by Perna. Go ahead, Nicole.
I didn't say it was final last time. So I have another vehicle for the Sheriff Enforcement Team, a Dodge Durango, for a purchase price of $40,648, coming out of their forfeiture money. I'm not saying final either, because I think I'll see you next month.
What?
We do have a question from Commissioner Howard.
Yeah, I think it's a question that all of us are thinking. You know, just a few months ago, we purchased $1 million or $2 million in vehicles. I know residents called me about it, and then the next month we appropriated, I think, 4 or 5 more vehicles. Now we're here again, and in the next, I think tomorrow's or Wednesday's committee, there's more vehicles. I'm just, can you explain, just justify this purchase, just so we're aware of like how we're appropriating tax dollars?
So that first original purchase of vehicles was like the purchases for the entire year. The second one was a couple add-ons for the sheriff special divisions, like the Macomb Auto Theft Squad and the Sheriff Enforcement Team, which are funded completely separate from the general fund. They're actually grant funded and then forfeiture funded. So those dollars don't actually coincide. This one also is with forfeiture dollars, which is not out of the general fund. And typically with these kind of teams, they put a lot of miles in the cars and they need to rotate them just because of the things that they do with them. So rotating the vehicles, making sure that they're safe and drivable is what they need to do.
What's the typical lifespan on a vehicle like this?
For like a sheriff vehicle, it's about 100,000 miles.
Okay, and then after that, do we auction them off or?
Yep, then they're sent to auction, and then we have an auction every year in the fall.
Okay.
So then they'll be auctioned, and then that money will go back to wherever they were purchased from.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Chair.
And I see no further questions. Can we please vote?
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you.
Moving right along to 14, we're going to combine 14A through C. Can we get a motion to receive and file?
So
Motion, Goike.
Okay, we have a motion from Goike and support from Lucido. And I see no questions on here, so can we vote?
Motion passes 12-0.
Wonderful. So now we're moving right along to 15, public participation. This is the opportunity for public to participate. This is our second one, so you can speak on anything that you wish for a maximum of 3 minutes. Do we have anyone for public participation?
Hi, my name is Mark Koroi. I was initially scheduled to speak to you at 3 p.m. I came a little late, and the lady at the front desk when I checked in said I should come back under public commentary and still be able to address the full board here on what I was going to say earlier. But my name is Mark Koroi. I am a member of the Substance Abuse Disorder Board in this state or this county, and this is my second term. I'm completing my second term this year, and I've reapplied, and I believe there's 2 openings right now, 2 vacancies open. One is my own seat, and there's a second seat also. So I was encouraged to come down here today and let everybody know what we're doing and why I want to reapply. Basically, my first term I had served was back in 2011 to 2014. I later reapplied when they dissolved that board or the law and reincorporated. I applied again in 2022, and I got appointed then, and I've served on the board since 2022, and I'm up for this. It's my term expiring, so I just want to let the board know my background. I've been an attorney practicing here for over 30 years in Macomb County. I've been a county resident since 1969. I have 4 college degrees. I have a background in medical law issues, including Medicare and public act funding through the state of Michigan. And those are issues we cover for the board. Public grant funding. We recently had a recovery conference with Mr. Hackle and a bunch of other county leaders a few weeks ago. I was present there also, but just want to let everybody know that I am reapplying, and if there's any type of questions that the board has, I apologize for being late, but I wanted to get my 2 cents in before the board, so if anybody has any questions, I'm open to any questions.
I do not see any questions. I don't know if you had any. All right. So no questions. Thank you for coming and speaking with us, and thank you for serving on the board.
Thank you.
So far.
Take care.
Okay, so we are out of public participation and into commissioner comments. Did we have any commissioners that wanted to speak? I don't see any, so I will just let you know that you are about to be, oh, okay. Go ahead, Commissioner Zenner, I'll give mine later. No, please.
Okay,
They're-
I was just
mine's
going
so
to mention
exciting.
that Harrison Township has a boat show every fall, and it starts the 11th. So that's Thursday. I think it's Thursday. So if it's supposed to be nice weather, you want to go by the water and see some good-looking boats?
You got a boat?
Well, we have had many boats. Yeah, not right now. But you can still go to the boat show, see the water. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Commissioner Hall?
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to indicate this past Sunday, I attended the Detroit Tigers game. It was First Responders Day, and I'm just honored to say my granddaughter sang the national anthem, and God Bless America. So if you get a chance, go on social media, and not that I'm biased, but she did a wonderful job. Thank you.
That's awesome. Definitely need to look at that. So, very exciting news. It's about that time again. I won't get too much into detail about it today, but I will be boring you with the constant announcement of our parade that myself and Commissioner Hall love so much.
She just drafted you again.
And this year with our new board chair, I'm sure we will have a great time. So I hope you all can join us.
I was just thinking about that.
She drafted you both.
You have a date?
I do, but I don't remember it. I sent it to Crystal, so she'll be making sure we remember.
You'll have warm weather.
Yes, hopefully.
Take the banner.
And we're gonna make sure they have the poll for the sign this year.
Yeah, that was interesting. So no more commissioner comments. We are going to turn this gavel back over to Commissioner Hall for a closed session.
Thank you. I need a motion to go into closed session with independent counsel to discuss Hackle versus Board of Commissioners, Michigan Supreme Court Case 166363. Motion by Commissioner Lucido, supported by Commissioner Howard.
We got a vote?
Thank you.
Motion passes 12-0.
I'll make a motion to accept the recommendation made from our independent counsel.
I have a motion by Commissioner Lucido, supported by Commissioner Wallace, to accept recommendation of council. Any discussion? Seeing none, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you. I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Hey,
Motion
you're just
by
not fast
Commissioner Wallace, supported by Commissioner Crott. All in favor?
He want to stay.
All right, you can pay for that one.
We're adjourned.